Hello, I'm Art Zug, and I'm the senior member of Zugstead Farm in Mifflintown, Pennsylvania.
This is my home farm. My father bought this farm in 1958, so this place holds a special meaning to me. We're a dairy farm here in the midst of the Kurtz Valley in Juniata County, and I love it very much.
I met Dina. We got married in 1974. We farmed together from 1974 to 1978 in the Fort Royal farm. And in 1978, her parents approached us and said, would you like to come and buy our farm? So we sold that farm in Port Royal and bought this farm here. And we've been at it ever since here.
I was the only one that agreed to take over the farm because I married a farmer, which I said I was never going to do. And so our sons are now taking over, and then they basically run the farm now, and they're the third generation. So we truly are a family farm.
We have about 750 cows milking right at the moment.
The amount of cows that we milk here support the 13 families that are employed here on the farm.
We have about 850 acres of corn, and that's basically all goes into corn silage here, and about 220 acres of alfalfa. All the crops that are ours at the fields are used to feed the cows. We have a long story on cow culture. Joe was in college, and we had gone on many tours to PDP. We called it sand is the ultimate way to go.
So when he came back to the farm, he said, that's it, we're going to sand. As we went to sand and got the sand lake functioning, we're reclaiming about 85% of that sand. So we're not buying as much sand as we used to, and that's a big savings on our part. And the cows are so much more comfortable. When I've done some programs out to groups, I've always said our cows live on the beach, especially in the summertime. They're laying on the sand. They got the fans blowing on and the sprinklers on, so it's just like a beach day every day for that during the summer. So all the barns have curtains on. We try to keep the curtains down as much as we can unless we get a bad windstorm, blizzard type thing, then they have to go up. But to keep enough airflow through the barn, we have to keep those curtains down at least part way. And the cows are very comfortable in these barns. We don't have any issues with the cold weather here. All of our heifers have tags in their ears. Our cows have a collar with a tag on. And that tracks all their movements, tracks their rumination, sends everything back to the computer, tells us when they're maybe ready to be bred. It also will tell us if they're not eating correctly or not eating at all. They can go check that cow and make sure that she gets attention before she gets really sick. So when the calves are born, they get their nasal dipped with iodine. They get 2 vaccines. It protects them from any of the pathogens that they may be picking up, but we want to protect them as much as we can. And they get 4 quarts of colostrum, which is the first milk the mother cow gives. And they get that within the first 12 hours of birth. So all of our calves get fed 3 quarts of pasteurized milk twice a day. And when they get off the bottles, they're getting more than that. They're getting more than a gallon or more every day, or twice a day rather. They stay in the hutches until they're about 2 or 3 months old, and then they get moved into groups in a different barn.
In anything in nature, the start is very, very important.
We have to make sure those cows are healthy because they're going to turn into our future milk producers in 2 years. And we want to make sure that they're good and healthy as they grow into producing cows.
My favorite dairy product is, I'm a simple guy. Vanilla ice cream. That's all there is to it. She knows that. Cherry vanilla, but I feel fancy that today.
Cheese. Cheese would be my favorite dairy product. It goes with everything. I have been volunteering in the Calving Corner since it started, and I've always had a good experience down there in the times when I've worked. It's very rewarding to be able to pass on information about agriculture to those consumers. I'm excited.